Peace and love, guys. How you doing today? I have been having the most interesting day. I just got into Chicago this morning, and I've just been traveling around, and it's honestly been a really incredible time. I went to the library to I was tired as hell, so I wanted to take a nap, and I met one of the most aggressive people I've ever encountered in my life. It was like, I don't know how to describe this guy other than like black supremacist. He was in just I've never met someone with like the amount of anger that he just was holding and storing within himself. Me and him, we had a conversation on whether or not war was necessary, and this guy was going on and on about how we had to take back the things that were taken from us, and how we had to prevent people from coming out on top of us, and that he was willing to do absolutely anything to deny the people who wanted to take things from him the right to even live, right? And it was just it was intense. It was a really fascinating conversation. And then I had a great nap. I slept in the library for like 3 hours or something. By the way, if you're hitchhiking or traveling or anything like that, and you're looking for good ways to get some sleep and not have to use money for it, most major cities and most places in general, pretty much every town that I know of has a library. And pretty much every library I've ever been to, they will not notice if you take a nap. So you can find a nice little nook or cranny, and just don't be obnoxious about it. Like, be subtle, sleep a little, and then get out. Like, and don't intrude on anybody else's like space, and you'll be fine. But I wanted to talk today about this conception that I've been working through. I've been thinking about this for a little while now, and I thought I'd give it to you guys and see what you thought of it. See, what's fascinating to me is this idea that nature is endlessly repeating itself and just growing on greater and greater scales, right? You know, it's found something that works, and it's expanding at ever exponential rates, right? And it starts with something as small as the cell, right? You have the ribosomes, which are the factories of the cell. You have the administrative hub in the nucleus. You have the semi-permeable membrane. You have the mitochondria, which are the powerhouse. And there are all of these little tiny things that come together to create a cell, right? But then you can expand that, right? And now think about the construction of a town. Once again, you have an administrative hub. Once again, you have factories which create materials necessary for the town. You have the semi-permeable membrane, which in this case is now the city limits. You know, they let certain materials in, and they keep others out, like cocaine, or they try to at least. Most don't do it very well, but we aren't talking about that right now. And then you have the mitochondria. You have in a town you don't have mitochondria. In a town you actually have powerhouses. You have nuclear. You have all of these different pieces that come together. And then you can expand it again, and you can think about what would happen if there was another planet that we were in communication with. Again, we would have some sort of administration. We would have the powerhouses. We would have the factories. We would have the boundaries. We would have the limits, right? And it just continues and continues and continues to solar systems, to galaxies, ever more, right? And that's incredible, right? It's fascinating to think of this machine that's just been set on the world, and now it's literally just traveling through time, growing exponentially faster and faster for no apparent reason, or every apparent reason. It really depends on who you are and what you believe. But comment on this in the comment box below. Tell me what your thoughts are on it, and how you view the expansion of life in the world. And as always, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And, well, have a beautiful day. Peace and love, guys.